Hi, welcome to my channel. We're about relationships with self first, okay? Because we're here to manage our emotions, all right? So we can identify our intuition for good health, right, from self-love, okay? Because we're learning to walk away from people, things, and places that are not serving us for our highest good, all right? We're learning to seek within ourselves, all right, to find out who is for us and who is not for us, okay? So we can keep our masculine and feminine energy balanced within oneself. So some of you have taken your time to walk away from people, things, and places that are not serving you for your highest good. All right, you focused on this goal and you will succeed within this goal, okay? And it will allow you to walk within a new world, all right? A soul world, okay? So you are a very reliable person, okay? Very resourceful, okay? But the patient man rides donkey because he realised to enter into this new world, all right, you'll have to break down all your old habits, all right? Because you're using the world as an earth school, okay? That's why it's called universe. It's a university, all right? So when we're not using our intuition, some of you don't feel fulfilled. So you're walking away from people, things, and places that you feel you've built a false ground with, all right? So you're looking at a new world for a fulfillment. You could be a king of wands, looking at this situation of how to bring down your whole environment that was built on a false ground to enter into a new world for a new offer. Because you've got a new job offer, all right? You've got a job rise, you've got investments coming in, right? A new income. But this masculine that is a leader, he's bold, he's a visionary, all right? He can transform, because that is the lesson of power, all right? It's the fire sign, okay? So we're looking at a fire sign, or maybe he's looking at this slow journey of a masculine that's immature, and that's an earth sign, all right? Maybe this masculine got messages. That's the foundation of the reason to walk away from people, things, and places. But it's taken time. But now we're going into a swift movement, all right? Because now the energy is changing, okay? Maybe this masculine feels more in love with self, okay? So now you're moving forward because you feel like where you are, you feel entrapped and you don't feel emotionally fulfilled, okay? So you're taking your 2 of cup and you're walking away with it to make a 10. And which is a 10 is emotional fulfillment, all right? Perfect family, okay? Mostly contentment, love and support. And you feel like if you move away and take this pathway forward into this new world, all right, you will feel more fulfilled. But at the moment, you feel a little bit protected because you went for a 3 of cup. And it was a slow journey to walk away, to come to a decision. Because there was no emotion. There was false promises. There was broken hearts. And there was no cups that were fulfilled. All right? So now you're turning around and making a new pathway for yourself. You're tying up a few loose ends. All right? You've got the service to do so. So you've got that I have the ability to tie up 1 or 2 loose ends, which is breaking down a foundation that was built on false ground, maybe in a state, and you're looking to do more self-love, right? Less of the ego, more of the love. Because maybe this person felt like they were around too many people, things, and places that based their foundation on the ego and more materialism, and there was no love, okay? So there's no love in this house, no fulfillment, no family, no love and support. So this masculine is looking at his missed opportunity. Maybe he feels like he's the emperor, okay? And that's why the tower is here. This is when God comes in and just tears down everyone's foundation because it was built on violence or abuse, or it wasn't built on emotional fulfillment. It wasn't built on intuition. It was more built on materialism. So now we're looking at the pathway of going back to spirituality. Then maybe this person turned his back on spirituality for a moment because they're around the wrong people, things and places. But now the soul is sent so many messages, because the masculine, even though he feels protected, he's always had that underneath urge to hang on to the soul. And they're quite passionate about it. All right, so we're looking at a pathway to a new world. Maybe this masculine is looking at someone very spiritual, and they feel like they have the strength to send a message. Okay? Because they don't feel fulfilled. And it's a target going towards this feminine. This is the Emperor, because that's the heart. That's the heart of self. So now they're using the intuition. They're using service, because you have to service yourself and other people, because God gave us two hands, one to service yourself in true love and one to serve other people. All right, because that is the lesson of power. From the soul, getting connection with the emotion, because the water sign are the walking examples of the fire signs, how they bring emotion into balance, because they're the lesson of peace. So my water babies, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, you're the lesson of peace. All right, so now you're looking at the soul, and you're watering the soul with water, because it needs to have peace, right? So now we're looking at a foundation. Okay, so we're looking at a regret of trying to take our time building a foundation with someone, so now you have to rebuild it again. Okay, so now this Leo is looking at the messages of self, this Sagittarius, and taking quick speed within the soul. All right, especially to protect one's within, which is the emotions. So now they're looking at this foundation and taking a new pathway into a new world. But at first you've got to turn down this foundation that was built on false ground. And with it doing so, within this pathway, it's all about self-love and taking your cup of love from God and your fairies, and understanding that you got to look at the signs, not just signs within yourself, but signs outside of ourselves. All right, so we can shut the door from the past. I just heard the door of a car outside that just shut very heavily, and it went right through me. So this is where we're going to shut the door from the past and walk away from people, things and places. All right, and we're going to tap into self, because we've got growth, we've got passion, and we're going to walk in our truth, because we've got information, we've got knowledge, we've got wisdom, because you are the visionary. This could be talking to a King of Wands. All right, so now we feel more on top of the world, because we're learning to put the water of love into oneself. All right, and this is how you're going to protect your pathway, because you know this new foundation after the old one's been broken down, you know that you got more inner strength to build a new foundation after a loss or abandonment or unfulfilled emotions from maybe a project that they focused on a foundation, but it didn't work, because you need love. No matter what you're building, it still requires love. The heart has to be open. All right, so now we're standing up for ourselves, and we're rebuilding our legacy. All right, taking that pathway forward, because it's speed. We're taking speed again into this pathway. So now we're talking about a balance, Two of Wands. All right, Two of Wands is waiting for results. Okay, so there was no results within this pathway, so now they've got to walk away from people, things in place, and that's what they're looking at. All right, learning to walk away, because there was no results, even though they waited and it was a long time. But you've got to make another choice now, another plan. Okay, this is about choices. So now you're looking at a victory, all right, within the soul, because you're looking at your reputation. You're looking at rewards within yourself that you can get if you look at your own cup of love, because you are the Holy Grail. All right, so now you're looking at, I could be talking about King of Wands and a King of Swords, or it could be talking about the same person. You could be a King of Wands, that's the King of Swords, or a King of Swords, that's the King of Wands, or two different people. Please take it as it resonates. It is for everybody, a collective of people. So now you're collecting your information and your wisdom and your knowledge, and you're being very assertive. All right, you're being discernment. Okay, and you've got some control, okay, over the emotions. And this is how you get to transform anything that you want to transform, because you've got the knowledge, you've got the wisdom, you've got the experience. All right, we're not going to sit in regret. We're going to start turning all regrets into greats, and this is where we become more comfortable with ourselves, and we're ready to take action. All right, so we have our information, okay, about self-love, true love, love handed from God, We've learned the lesson, all right? We could be looking at someone that is an authority, all right? Someone that's in higher honor, all right? And we're learning to invest in our truth, because you are the alchemist, right? Because what's above is below. So what we're doing is we're taking action into our truth. So that means talking our truth, we're being in more control, more assertive, all right? And we're focusing and we're putting our energy into transforming an old foundation that wasn't built on truth or nothing, and then we're bringing it all back down again, and we're rebuilding it, our foundation. We're putting energy, putting time in it, all right? And we're turning this regret into grace, all right? Because you are the alchemist. You can turn what's above is below, because you're using your intuition. Because when you tap into yourself, you know your true visions, because it's within you. Because you are the truth, especially if you talk the truth all the time. Because the soul is inspired to love. Because remember, if you're a fire sign, you are the walking example of the inspiration, the embodiment of born to love, to teach the air signs, all right, about intellect, how we love our information that's poured from God above the head, all right, for our Godhead. Okay, so we're in that walking example of air, intellect, all right, being grateful. So this is the lesson of brotherhood, the lesson of humanity, and putting a community together, because we need the right information, the right wisdom, and the right knowledge to invest in creating a heaven on earth, all right? But we've got to have walking examples of what these 4 elements mean. Like fire signs mean the inspiration, they're born to love. Earth signs are about practicality, okay? They are born of the lesson of service. And air signs is about intellect, all right? They're idealistic. It's about the lesson of brotherhood. So you have to be intentions. Your intentions has to be true. You've got to be that true leader. You've got to look about strategic plans. You've got to look at strategic thoughts, you know? And then you'll be the lesson of brotherhood, all right? Because you need the water as well to water the soul, because the soul is born to love. This is what we're understanding about truth. We need truth. We need to talk in our truth, and we need to walk in love, all right, to be that walking lesson of peace. Because the water signs, all right, Capricorn, no, not Capricorn, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio, they're the water signs. They're the lesson of peace. How did you bring peace within yourself? All right, to water that love, that information you got from God, to be that walking example of a soul having a human experience, and that you're the alchemist, that God can prepare your table in front of your enemies, all right, the ones that don't learn their lesson on earth. Because what's above, the highest thoughts of self, all right, because you've got to think of heaven is above and earth is below, all right. So now you've mastered the water sign, you've mastered the air sign, you've mastered the fire sign, you've mastered the rest of the signs, all right? So now you're the alchemist, because your heart has to be open. And this is when you can make all your wishes, dreams come true, and have a good festive time, because now you're watering with love the mind, the body, and the soul. Do you get it? You're not being so promiscuous and going out on 3-party dates and stuff, and that makes you imbalanced. That makes you here today, gone tomorrow, and then your soul's scattered everywhere. Do you know what I mean? So now we're working on self-mastery. So making swift action into doing self-mastery, all right, to be a craftsman, all right, of self. We might make a few mistakes, but it's part of the progress, because we're looking for, there you go, it could be a spiritual teacher. We're looking within. This is the card of looking within, because I work on myself, and that's the Virgo energy, the 8 of Pentacles, all right? We're working on thyself, because that's part of the earth sign family, Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus, all right? So we're looking at family, support, and love, but we're going to look within ourselves and seek our truth. When you seek the truth, you seek the soul. When you seek the soul, you can transform with the truth. And then you can take all your life lessons, learn from it, because some of it could have been dark and you thought that there was no way out. No, trust your intuition, make peace with the past, have some groundship, do the practicality, the earth sign, all right? Capricorn is take control of myself, okay? Because I have my intuition, which is another Taurus energy, all right? Because I am working on me, because I'm coming to peace, because there is an horizon, which is Gemini energy is I think, because we're looking at our thoughts, all right? Because I know, which is Aquarius energy, I know I have a horizon. If I come to peace with my masculine, feminine energy united, which is the Virgo energy, I hope everyone can keep up. So I can be a soul having a human experience, which is the masculine, feminine energy in one, all right? Because you have self-control, you got self-discipline, you're using your Godheads, all right? Remember the 4 elements of the earth, all right? Your Godhead, so that you can have open horizon and no one's beating up no one, or no one's attacking, or no one's sitting in regret, all right? Because somebody could be moving out of a house, all right? So this could be a Cancer, moving out of a house. Maybe this is a fire sign, all right? Because you want to be a soul having a human experience, but there's too many lies and trickery to get this foundation of this estate, or someone's trying to lie, steal, cheat, because they're looking at this estate, but they're not looking at a judgment. Judgment's here, all right? Hope everyone can keep up with that. So now, right, we're looking at balancing the feminine and masculine energy within oneself, okay? So we can have a new world, a soul world, right? So we're walking away from the past that don't serve us for our highest good. So some of you could be looking at your ex that you're walking away from, all right? Could have been a water sign or an earth sign, okay? Because you're looking at a new world, but you have to tie up a few loose ends, okay? Whoa. Because you feel like if you don't walk away from people, things, and places, it's draining out your last piece of ambition or the last piece of strength that you have, all right? But it feels like being around people, things, and places that are not serving you for your highest good, you feel like the wounded warrior. But don't stand there in the wounded warrior, because the soul's giving you enough tools to walk away from people, things, and places, because you've got the strength and the ambition to look at this foundation and take your time, because that's the goal, because this horse takes its time, but it always gets there, because, as I always say, the patient man rides the donkey, all right? So now we've got to tie up a few loose ends, all right, to walk into the soul world, all right? Because you're balancing the feminine and masculine energy, which is the king and queen of swords within you, because the masculine takes action. Oops. Balancing, see? I love my cards. So the masculine takes action, all right, because the visionary, all right, he does what he has to do. And then the feminine nurtures the masculine, because you're balancing the feminine side of yourself, all right, because she's very intuitive as well. So you balance both of you. And that is being very intuitive, being very psychic from the visions. So this is your psychic self, and this is your visionary self, all right? So you got to pour a lot of love into yourself. So if you have mother and father issues because you were abandoned, didn't feel like you were wanted, all right, especially from a distorted feminine, because normally in the tarot card, more time the Queen of Wands is the distorted feminine, okay? So now you're looking at, the masculine looking at the soulmate, which is within oneself, the soul of self, the soul that makes the self, is still matching your energy of self that gives you willpower from within, all right? The lion and the lioness. The lion and the lioness, all right, within you, okay? Because we all have fire placements within us, all right? So now, we're walking away from people, things, and places, okay? Because we're focusing on a new world, all right? And we're understanding that this masculine is looking at a tarot reader or someone very mystical, someone that knows is the veil between heaven and earth, all right? They're the higher priestess. They're higher than the Pope, okay? So now they're figuring out to tie down the last few ends of a foundation that wasn't built on love. It was more built on the energy of fear or abandonmentship or people abusing that situation, all right? Because we've all been there before. We've all been through the same thing, but we deal with things differently at different times and different levels, all right? So now the soul of self, all right? So please don't focus too much on, if I say fire signs, earth signs, air sign, because we all have that placement within us. All right. So now the soul, remember the soul is the fire signs. All right. So now the soul has a conflict within, because it had a conflict with messages within itself, because they were around the wrong people, things, and places that kept them in the wounded warrior position. But when you move away from that, when you bring balance into oneself, you don't have conflict within oneself, because you're listening to your higher self, which is the soul, is connected to the higher self, which is the mental, because the soul needs the water, which is love. All right. So now we're looking at this conflict within oneself and outside of ourselves, and we're walking away from people, things, and places. All right. Because that's how you protect yourself. The soul is protecting oneself, because you have a world within you. All right. Because you are the world. Just look within your messages when you sleep at night. All right. Because the bed is like the cousin. No, the bed is like a coffin. And when you're sleeping, it's like the cousin of death. So when you rest, you heal yourself, you rejuvenate, all right? You recharge yourself, all right? You do some self-recovery. You're taking all those heartbreaks of abandonmentship out of the heart, because there's 3 cups there and 3 swords there. So that means this person was very hurt emotionally by abandonmentship, or not feeling wanted, all right, as a child or as they're growing up, because they're around the wrong people, things, and places, all right? So now when we wake up from the cousin of death, all right, because we're talking to God, talking to our ancestors, talking to our loved ones, all right? And we're dealing with the wounded warrior, which is also a spiritual warrior as well. So they're also a soldier when they're sleeping, because they're protecting heaven. Have an open mind, please, people, okay? So now you're going to wake up with the truth, because you know who you are. Because when you find clarity within oneself, you can cut through and make breakthroughs outside of yourself, all right? So now we're looking at our foundation. We're looking at unwanted changes. We're looking at ruin, all right? We're looking at ruin of love, ruin of information, ruin of emotions, all right? Ruin of a pathway, all right? And we're learning to take all of that and just learn the lesson of life and heal. Here you go, we're healing. We've gone within, talking the Virgo energy, and I work within myself, all right, to come out of the cold of self. Gone within, because the soul is the fire. It gives you warmth, isn't it? So you've gone within yourself to get warm, because you're healing yourself, all right? So this masculine is looking at healing, okay? Going back to protection of self, because they are the beacon of light, okay? They are the star seeds. He's probably looking at this feminine that's very spiritual, and he wants to come and protect. The soul wants to come in and protect this feminine, because that's his world. He feels world star. There you go, world star. But first they have to turn down a distorted feminine, walk away from people and things and places, that place with the dark higher priestess, with a water sign person, to protect their own self, their own world, to come into healing, because he's looking at his own reputation. Maybe it's a star himself, world star. And he maybe thinks the ego's too much. The ego's coming down, the stars. So there's a few stars around this King of Wands. They're going into ruin, because he's a free spirit, all right? He's looking at the message of self, okay? So this is the Page of Wands, someone very studious, very curious as well, right? Very active within. So the inner soul feels like an active child. So they're ready for a new project, ready for new creative ideas, but they got to break down the ego and walk away from people, things, and places that feel that they're a star, but the ego has overshadowed whatever they're doing. So they're not healers, not inspirational, they're not nothing. Remember, the soul is the inspiration. So this masculine feels like their soul is more inspiring, because they're the visionary. It's the King of Wands, man. So we could be talking to a King of Cups, all right? So talking about someone very mature, all right? Someone very reliable, okay? Someone that's very connected emotionally, all right? So you're using the water sign of oneself, because when you use your intuition, you use your psychic gifts, you can make many, many swift actions. So you can actually do trading. So this person could be into trading, all right? You can use your intuition. So then they got information about love and support, and they feel like they haven't had any love and support within the area that they are. The soul doesn't feel it's being fulfilled properly. But maybe some of you got messages, or King of Wands got messages, and they feel like, you know what, this fulfills me better. It's making me feel more watered, and they feel like it's a missed opportunity getting all these messages. All right, it's broken the heart, but no, you go into rest, go into recovery, and learn the lesson of why. And then it will be flicked to you, like the cards flicked at me. And King of Wands, there you go. Sitting in regret, right? Don't sit in regret. You take all your losses and refill it. So they're looking at this fulfillment. And on top of the head is, no, I'm with distorted feminines that work with low, higher priestess people. That's witchy. That's why it's wounded within this era. So you've got to walk away from people, things, and places that are very witchy. But they're taking their time going towards a higher priestess that's higher than a pope. All right? They feel like that's more their fulfillment. Or maybe this masculine is higher than the pope. And he's got to tap in to understand, stop being conflicted within oneself's mind. Stay away from people, things, and places. Because in this pathway was a load of vampire energies. So you walk away and you understand that you are the higher priestess, but you're the Hierophant. The Hierophant is the equal to the high priestess. All right. So the Hierophant is traditional, conventional. Hierophant is probably a spiritual teacher, and he's been guided by the spirits. And this masculine is probably being guided by the spirits to come out of entrapment, come out of restriction, come out of that mental thoughts of fear, because it's bringing obstruction. And the wrong people, things, and places that are not making the soul feel watered, is making the soul feel more wounded, because these witchy people are abusing their situation and using the emotions of one being abandoned when they were little in this house. Okay? So now we're walking away because we're getting messages from the soul about the wounded warrior. We understand we're around people, things, and places that's not right for us. Vampire energy. We've got to protect oneself, okay? So we're taking this pathway, all right? We're balancing the feminine and masculine energy within oneself, all right? We're looking at material and spiritual and lining them together. And that's what can protect yourself. Protection, all right? So we're looking at people that's been bullied. They've been feeding. They've been very violent behind the masculine's back. People that want to be world stars but don't have no self-love and no self-control. All they do is bring battles at any cost. So this masculine is probably thinking, how can I come out of this world at any cost? For self-love. Because he's found one that's very healing. A feminine that's very healing. Could be you, all right? Higher priestess. Someone that is the veil between heaven and earth. Someone that's an alchemist. What's above is below. Okay? We're looking at the energy of balance, justice. And that's what the high priestess brings. That's what the B and J stands for. Balance and justice. Fairness, balance, and truth. The veil between heaven and earth. The scale of truth and lie. All right? So this feminine holds a lot of secrets of the world, a lot of secrets about spirituality, a lot of secrets about intuition, because they trust themselves, because they walk in trust, truth. When you speak in truth, when you talk in truth, all right, and you walk in love, you trust your intuition. And that's what makes you the veil between heaven and earth, all right? So now we're looking at a regret, because I just saw 6 of Pentacles, all right? We're looking at the energy of regretting being with an earth sign that's not practical, all right? This masculine is looking at the fact that they had lots of lights on outside of themselves, but within, they weren't a healer. No, they had no lights on, no star energy. All they had was lights on outside of themselves. They didn't miss opportunities with a real higher priestess. Because these people go to practitioners that deal with bad energy. Because you feel it, Queen of Cups. So now you're looking at your wish fulfillments, because you're using your intuition. Okay. We're looking at the 9 of Cups now. All right. We're looking at watering oneself so that we can have our wishes, dreams come true. And we can materialize in abundance, but in a good, healthy way. All right. Good health and good wealth. Because you're using your intuition. You're not sitting there in regret and passing over God's blessings that they're trying to give to you. Don't focus on life issues. Focus on the signs within yourself and outside yourself and match it together and see if you can take that pathway. But you defeated this pathway. Now you're in protection. You don't care what people say. Right? Some of you are very psychic, very intuitive. And a lot of cultures probably look at it differently. Oh, well. But they can play with black magic. Let's not be a hypocrite. Oh, my days. It came out upside down. So we're freeing ourselves from bondage, freeing ourselves from not being strong within oneself. All right? So we're looking at the devil energy. Okay? You know, we're freeing ourselves from bondage. We've got self-control, self-discipline. We're self-sufficient. We realised the people, things, and places around us were just weak. They wasn't mostly fulfilled. No, they weren't. They're just after one thing. Obsession. Materialism. I want to be a star. But they know how to heal themselves. So what they do, they go around stealing, cheating, being abusive. Yeah. Just being very erratic. Lunacy. Winning at any cost. Because they're very addicted. Very glutton, envy, and now we've got to have a different perspective about life, about building a new perspective now of how we're going to build our foundation back up, because we're going to understand that on earth is devils versus earth angels. It is what it is. Have an open mind, all right, or maybe stay away from Marvel and all them places then until you understand the truth of life. I'm only talking from experience. Have a different perspective. And that's what gives us sustainability. We're being stable within the mind, we're illuminating the mind, and that's what the masculines are doing. This is the fire sign of self, right? Because remember, the earth signs, the fire signs are inspiration, they're born to love. They're the romance, they're through the intuition though, because they're the lesson of power. So now they're going to show their tools to the world and their skills, because they are very skillful. Because they're the visionaries, they focus. See how focused that is? They focus on their creativity and they turn their visions into reality. Because the soul is inspired to love. The soul is inspired to take action. The soul is inspired to create. All right? So now, right, we're taking the energy and we're freeing ourselves from bondage, all right? Maybe from an earth sign devil person, because they try to make that masculine weak. I'm making them miss out opportunities and playing on the weakness of abandonmentship. But no, we've got the truth now. Probably investigators, probably, I don't know, judge. Or someone that is very self-sufficient. Brings the total truth and nothing but the truth. Okay? It's someone that is very intentional with their truth. Very strategic with their thoughts. They plan things out right. And they're going to expose what's going on. And that's part of protection. You've got to expose the devil. How do you think you stop the devil? What, you keep staying quiet? No, you don't. You expose the devil. Because vampires don't like the light. So the more truth, the more you open yourself up, which is the heart. Because the heart is the light. These people don't like the light. So pour a lot of love into yourself. And then you'll see them vanish more and more to go back into their darkness. Because they don't like love. Okay, so I could be talking to a King of Swords, all right? So we're taking our information and we're transforming with good intentions, with the truth, with control, all right? With discernment, is that what you call it? So we're transforming. We're transforming the mind to be more higher thought of thinking, more spiritual, by pouring love into oneself. Okay, because that would give us our 10 of Pentacles. That was exposed that these people tried to battle for the masculine's legacy, estate, money, want to be around rich people, with elite, with little effort, but want to take all the results. No, we're not doing that. We're building a new foundation, all right? Some of you look out for a message. Lots of messages coming through. Page of Pentacles is also a patient kind of kid. So you're going back into your kiddie version, you know, because the world is like an oyster for everybody. Just be like a kid in the sweet shop, but learn to behave yourself. It's like Willy Wonka. Learn to behave yourself in a chocolate factory, or you get kicked out. Simple. There's signs everywhere that teaches us how to behave on earth, but we just don't. We just take it for entertainment, take it for a joke, like God ain't real or something. But everyone believes in the devil, though, because guess what? They're obsessive, they're angry. So that means you believe more in the devil than God then, because you're not being in the truth, you're not being truthful. So that means your action every day is showing everyone that you believe more in the devil than you believe in God, because you lie more, you steal more, you're more into abusive power more. So what does that say? You believe in the devil more then, don't you? All right, let's say no more. Let's keep it moving. We're going to invest in a new foundation. Yes, we are. All right. So this is the Page of Pentacles, all right? This is messages. This is deeds, all right? This is your wishes come true, okay? Everything you've invested, you put all the old, and you focus on the new now. Transformation. Transforming, all right? So this masculine is probably looking at two choices for love, and he feels like he regrets one. And one is the Seven of Pentacles. He properly invested in. Taurus energy, Seven of Pentacles. And it was a fake foundation. Oh, yes, it was. It was built on lies, deception, bullying, thieving. Yes, it was. It was built on deception, betrayal, being dishonest, and theft. So now we're looking at the engine of the wounded warrior, and we're walking away from people, things, and places that don't serve us for our highest good, yeah, because it's no good just standing there. No, you have to expose the devil, and that's how the devil goes away. Vampires don't like the light. They don't like garlic, they say. So that maybe, all right, this masculine warrior wants to apologize to you. He was a bit guilty, all right, being with the devil. When you sleep with the devil, you wake up in hell. But life is about a learning lesson, babe. This is Earth School. Maybe this masculine needs to see that he needs to make proper plans, proper strategic things when he goes into stuff with people. But because they're famous or they're your friends, doesn't matter. Still use your intuition. So these are friends he's known for a while. But now you want to protect the dreamer. Protect your dreams, my darling, because within your dreams, focus on it, write them down, and you can create from there, because that's your vision, and turn it into reality. Because the soul is inspired to take action, and the soul is where you see yourself in your dreams half the time. All right? Because you're a healer, okay? You're not going to go into homelessness. No, you're not a failure. No, you're not. Heal yourself, all right? You had to turn down a foundation. You know, it was upheaval. For some people, it's falling from grace. This is unwanted change, ruin, upheaval due to violence. Violence of the mind, violence of the emotions, and violence of taking people's things and places because they think that they're property. No, shattered dreams. Shattered dreams for these people. All right? Now the masculine turn his back away from this, and he's focused on his page of wands. Energy, enthusiasm. The soul is inspired to love. Lots of professions coming in. Expert. Talent. Looking at his talent. Looking at profession. Because he's the visionary. He's the expertise. Alright? So now we're looking at fulfillment. Getting lots of messages from the soul. And you feel much more fulfilled. And now you can build your foundation. Free yourself from the bondage of the devil. Because you've got blessings on your side. Alright? This is what the King of Wands is looking at. Doesn't have to sit there in abandonmentship. Doesn't have to sit there and feel unfulfilled in love. No. He doesn't have to sit there and tolerate anyone behind his back being a vampire energy. No. And lying on a dreamer because they want to win at any cost. No. All behind the masculine's back. No, he's okay. He's good. He's stable. He's in harmony. He's accepted his challenge from God. Oh, yes, he has. And he probably fucking enjoys it. Oh, didn't swear. He knows it's a blessing after the battle. Once you defeat the battle of that pathway, you understand there's a battle, there's a blessing there, more fulfillment for your well-being, enlightenment, all right? Because you're satisfied, you feel more comfortable. Probably have a lazy day today. And they feel shattered dreams of walking away from an empress, a higher priestess that's higher than the Pope, someone that he really loves. But he's looking at this situation. And the karmic's looking at their fulfillment not being fulfilled, which was an estate, which was using the lovers right here. There you go, 2 lovers, the choice of lovers, but maybe multiple, who knows? Take it as it resonates. This feminine looks like they drink a lot, and that's why they're missing out on their own opportunity. That's why they need masculines in their bed for real estates and alliance. All right? So this masculine feels like they should have not separated with this higher priestess because they feel like they should have trusted the emotion, but they trusted the wrong person. And deep down, the soul trusted. The soul did. But when you've got a vampire energy, being very obsessive, trying to shatter the dreams, because you see signs within yourself, but they're popping stuff in your drink or playing with your emotions, or because you're abandoned, they say, all right, let's play with that insecurity, you know. They need to withdraw now. They want you to withdraw from your own happiness. Misery likes company, you know. So now you're going into the energy of just trusting yourself. You're being honest to yourself. You trust that God is your alliance. And this person, the devil, is very frightened. Yeah, the devil's frightened because the devil likes to take control. The Capricorn energy like to take control. But no, it's in paranoia now. Depression over the masculine moving for his own luck. And seeing a different perspective about building this estate with this earth sign person that's very weak, very shallow, and lives in the self of fear. They like to obstruct everyone else. You can't make it more than this person. So this person was sleeping with the devil, and they woke up in hell. In hell, there you go, in paranoia. But that's what the person lives under, this karmic. And they've had a different perspective about this earth sign. Wanted this masculine to stay in the abandonmentship issues so that they can sponge off his wealth, his investments, and his mega projects. So when he's plastered out, there you go. They're in luxury, maintenance. Hey, can you maintain my car? Hey, I need a director. Hey, I need a line. You know, all for savings, all for his money. It's just going to be exposed now. That's how you protect yourself from vampire energies. You taught your truth. For self-esteem and self-worth. Again, Leo. Again, 8, 7, 6. Let me see again. 7 of wands. Alright? Again, Leo. Double Leo, Leo, Leo. Oh, and today is the 11/11, isn't it? The Leo. So yeah, this is the masculine. He's the King of Wands, isn't it? He's the Emperor. He's the Lion. Okay, so let's look at our vow, wish, hope. So this feminine was hoping to get this masculine's real estate investments and mega projects, and they made a vow with the devil, a practitioner, to shatter people's dreams. Now they're gonna fall from grace now. This lover that they invested in, because it was a false ground. So now God is preparing the table in front of all the devils now. Yeah, because you are gifted. And they want to use this masculine's counterpart, because they're both gifted, and they wanted to use these counterparts' gifts. This Taurus. So get ready, my darlings. Preparation. God is preparing you. You're prompt and you're ready. Get go. Seek yourself, seek your soul, all right? Because you focus on your creativity and turn it into your visions, because this mask is coming off. Be prepared. It may not come off yet, but it's coming off though, because they're going to be imprisoned, all right, for over self-indulgence, being a bully. They embarrassed themselves because they put a curse on eternal love. They went to a bad practitioner. What did I say? They went to a practitioner that plays with energy because they wanted their triumph this way. So now we found that original problem to this 2 of Cups not going forward. Got evidence. And now there's going to be a protest as soon. A lot of attention is going to be on this third party. Alright? Because this third party wanted to get away with a sweetheart. And maybe a spirit baby. But, you know, it's all going to be on the news now. It's going to be everywhere. Swift messages everywhere. About this unalivement. Because they wanted to achieve adjustment within their social status, within their pockets. So they robbed. They married for money. Yeah, they did. And their family got involved. We're going to use this as a lesson. Right? Because they made their own lesson as the devil, you know. Remember Earth School, we're here to graduate from our flaws, you know. Remember the devil's like gold, all diamonds. That drives you into the devil energy of obsession, materialism. But look at the word good. Take the extra O out and be good. God just asks us to be good, to be in oneness, mind, body, and soul. So we can be a divine feminine, divine masculine. So this is just a lesson, really, a lesson of life. These people got together behind the masculine's back. They unified together for a treasure, because you are a treasure. But they got to withdraw now because they put the masculine into a blinded, awkward situation by using illusions and using a bad tarot reader or a bad practitioner to trap the masculine, because this feminine coached them to do that. Now justice is here. How heavy is this stressful person's heart? Is it heavy as a stone or heavy as light as a feather? Justice is here. Are they now going to tell the truth? If they stole a pound, are they going to give it back? Let's all see. We'll live and we learn, innit? We'll all see now. It's all going to unfold. So you stay calm, my darling. I understand you had a loss, but God's here to help you. Because this person's going to be in a sufferization, paranoia, all right? Conflict, differences, quarrels, and you're not in quarrels any day soon. This is your destiny. They tried to break a promise. The masculine probably told the soulmate, I'll be back. But this feminine, distorted feminine said, no, I don't think so. Let's do a ritual. Let's do an overload. Let's not do self-love. Let's control. Let's make them be homeless because I'm glutton. It was a plan and a plot to keep them away from a commitment. Now there's problems about this natural disaster because this person's stubborn. They're going to be in loneliness. And I'm going to say thank you so much for your support, my darlings, all right? Please like, subscribe, okay? So remember, walk in love and talk in truth, all right? Be prepared for self. Prepare yourself, all right? Because you are gifted, my darlings, if you look at the self, because you're born to love, all right? All right, have a good day, my lovelies, all right? Bye.